In South Africa's growing web of political drama and criminal intrigue, one name continues to stir both curiosity and fear: Vusimuzi Cat Matlala. Once known for his close links with law enforcement, his name now sits in the middle of one of the most shocking ongoing corruption and crime stories in the country. Recently, Matlala has repeatedly refused to travel to testify or attend hearings using any police vehicles or government means of transport. His reason is simple but chilling. He believes his life is in danger, and no level of security, not even so-called maximum protection, can stop the powerful figures behind South Africa's deep-rooted corruption from taking him out. This bold refusal has once again placed him in the spotlight, raising critical questions about just how far criminal networks have spread into the state's most protected systems, and what it really means when someone inside the system starts to speak out. To understand the depth of Matlala's fear and the seriousness of the situation, we need to look back at how this entire saga began. Vusimuzi Cat Matlala was not an unknown figure. He was once seen as a trusted associate to several high-ranking officers in the South African police service. Over time, he gained influence, connections, and a reputation as someone who had close ties to those in power. But beneath that surface, reports started surfacing linking him to organized criminal activities, drug trafficking, and even the misuse of police vehicles and aircraft to move illegal goods. These allegations, while still under investigation, have painted a picture of a man who operated within the system while allegedly using it to fuel a larger criminal empire. Matlala's story took a sharp turn when details emerged that he was willing to testify in cases that could expose several high-profile government and police officials. He allegedly has inside knowledge about how certain politicians and senior law enforcement figures collaborated with organized crime syndicates, using government resources for personal gain. Sources claim that Matlala's potential testimony could implicate individuals in ministries and even within the upper levels of the police hierarchy. In other words, his words could shake the foundations of power. This is why, according to him, every step he takes now is a risk. Every move could be his last, and every journey in an official vehicle could turn into a trap. His refusal to travel with police or government escorts has triggered mixed reactions. Some see it as paranoia, while others see it as a sign that he truly knows how deep the rock goes. After all, South Africa has a history of whistleblowers and witnesses mysteriously disappearing or being silenced before they can testify. From cases involving political assassinations to corruption investigations, too many individuals who tried to expose the truth never made it to the witness stand. So, when Matlala says his life is on the line, many South Africans believe him. His words highlight the dangerous intersection between crime and politics, where even the very institutions meant to protect justice might be part of the machinery working against it. Reports indicate that Matlala has refused to enter any police vans, helicopters, or official convoys, saying that he trusts no one in authority anymore. He believes that some of the same people assigned to protect him might actually be working for those who want him silenced. His stance has frustrated investigators, who argue that his cooperation is crucial in exposing a much larger network of corruption. But at the same time, his fear paints a vivid picture of just how unsafe it can be to stand up against a system when the system itself may be compromised. Behind the scenes, whispers suggest that Matlala's testimony could directly connect senior political figures, high-ranking police officials, and even government contractors to criminal syndicates involved in drug trafficking and money laundering. These connections, if proven, would expose a shadow government of sorts, a system of hidden power that uses legitimate institutions to cover illegitimate activities. It's not just about one man's fear. It's about what his fear reveals about the current state of governance and accountability in South Africa. The situation has also sparked debate among political analysts and civil society groups. Some argue that if Matlala truly has evidence, then he should come forward under full protection from the state. Others counter that the state itself cannot be trusted to protect him, especially when those he's accusing are part of the same structure supposed to provide that protection. It's a complex paradox. How can someone testify safely against those who control the very mechanisms of justice? This dilemma is not new in South Africa, but it remains one of the biggest reasons why corruption cases often collapse or remain unresolved. Matlala's ongoing defiance and his claims of death threats have once again exposed a fragile trust between the public and law enforcement. The idea that a key witness feels safer avoiding police protection then accepting it is deeply troubling. It suggests a total breakdown in institutional integrity. Even more concerning, it sends a message to other potential whistleblowers. If someone with connections like Matlala doesn't trust the system, how can ordinary citizens ever feel safe to come forward with the truth? While some in government circles continue to downplay his claims, others privately admit that his fears are not unfounded. South Africa has seen numerous cases where witnesses under protection were mysteriously attacked, or where sensitive case files vanished before trial. The assassination of whistleblowers has become an ugly trend that too often ends with no arrests and no accountability. Against this background, Matlala's refusal begins to look less like defiance and more like self-preservation. There's also a psychological layer to consider. When someone lives under constant threat, fear becomes part of daily life. For Matlala, that fear seems to have evolved into a state of total distrust. His isolation and refusal to cooperate under official terms may slow down investigations, but they also expose a desperate need for a credible, independent witness protection system, one not influenced by politics or corruption. It's a reminder that transparency and justice cannot survive in a climate where the truth itself is a death sentence. As things stand, the public remains divided. Some see Matlala as a man trying to escape justice, using threats as an excuse to delay proceedings. Others view him as a victim of a dangerous system that turns on anyone brave enough to speak out. Whatever the case, the fact remains that his testimony could change the direction of several ongoing investigations. Whether he lives long enough to tell his full story remains uncertain. This ongoing drama has larger implications for the future of South Africa's fight against corruption. If the state cannot guarantee the safety of witnesses, then the entire justice process loses credibility. Without accountability and transparency, crime thrives and trust in government collapses. Matlala's case might just be one man's struggle, but it symbolizes a much larger national crisis. The struggle between truth and silence, between justice and power, between fear and courage. In the coming weeks, it will be important to see whether authorities find a solution that ensures Matlala's safety and cooperation without forcing him into situations he sees as life-threatening. The outcome of this case could set a major precedent for how whistleblowers and witnesses are treated in South Africa moving forward. It could either restore faith in the system or deepen the perception that corruption has already won. And so, the story continues. A story of one man caught between truth and danger, surrounded by forces far greater than himself. Whether Vusimuzi Cat Matlala will one day testify or become another tragic name in the long list of silenced voices is something only time will tell. But one thing is certain. His courage to speak, even in fear, has forced the nation to confront its uncomfortable truth. When crime and government walk hand in hand, justice becomes a dangerous path. If you've been following the story closely, what do you think? Do you believe Matlala's life is truly in danger, or is he using fear as a shield to protect himself from justice? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts. Your opinion matters, and your voice adds to the conversation that South Africa cannot afford to ignore.